All right, 6:53. Let's head into the K-Wave News Zoom room and get this show started. From the Department of Administration, Deputy Bernie Guinness joins us with an update on the rental assistance program. Good morning, Bernie.
Good morning, half day.
So, how's it?
Good. Thank you for having me again.
Of course.
So we've got some updates for you guys,
Nice,
just to let you
sweet.
guys know. Um, back in March, we opened up cycle one of the emergency rental assistance program. Certainly, it was a brand new program that we've had for the administration. With that, we received over 2,600 applications. We are now entering the cycle two period. Cycle two started on May 3rd, and we are going to, that period will be from May 3rd to June 4th. So far, within that period, we received about 100 applications thus far. But just to give you some updates, we've notified out of the 2,600 applications, and that's a number that's been floating around, we pretty much 95% reviewed all of the applications within that period. About 50% of those were deemed eligible. They were notified. We are waiting for some disbursements have been made already. Fortunately, we already made some disbursements of funds to a couple of batches of individuals. But along with that, there is a queue of maybe another 500 or more individuals that we're still waiting for subsequent documents or to do some reviews on phase two. As far as ineligibility, we've got about 35% out of the 2,600 was deemed ineligible.
What were some of the factors that led to them being deemed ineligible?
Keep in mind, remember, there's the three criteria that has to be met. Percentages wise, as far as number one, the first criteria, which was that they have to be experience some kind of household loss of income based on COVID. That was about 30%. And then the second criteria, which was experiencing homelessness or instability, give or take, that was about another 36%. And then the income level, to meet that median income level, that was less than 10%. And then the remaining percentages was a combination of maybe one or two, or the income or the instability. But again, really what we see that is the factor is that a lot of these folks may or not be experiencing the instability or homelessness, which is they're not in arrears, or they're, when we actually pre-eligible, when they're deemed pre-eligible, we also find out that, and when we contact with them, they've already paid their bills, or they're no longer, they're no longer in arrears. So that kind of boots them out of the program. But we do notify them, and we do let them know that if that's the case, and in the future, if they are going to experience, or if they are experiencing any of the criteria, to just reapply or just let us know, and then we'll use the same case number, and then we'll take a look again based on what their current situation is.
Bernie, what if there was a situation where a person was behind on their rent during the, like the surge, just for example, during the surge period, but was somehow able to borrow money from wherever to pay off those arrears?
Yeah.
Are they eligible, or does it have to be outstanding arrears as of now?
Unfortunately, the program states that we don't make reimbursements. So if we make contact with them and they're already caught up with their payments, especially at utilities, or and we know that stimuluses came out, and when we've made contact with them just to follow up on documentation, we do get word that they've already, that they already made their payments. So unfortunately, no, we don't reimburse them. If they made the payments to their landlords or to the utilities, then it wouldn't be qualified. But again, we let them know, should you in the future come around to the situation where you're going to be needing assistance, the program is there to assist. Keep in mind, the program will run. Initially, it was supposed to, when we got the award, it ended December of this year, but we did get an amendment that it will run to September of 2022. So there's quite a longer period for that, for assistance.
So you said that you have made some payouts. Are you able to tell us how many and
Yeah.
how much?
So far, as far as for the landlords, batches, we're already on batch 3, and we put out for landlords, GPA, GWA, and then for solid waste, about about half a million that has been already dispersed out. And we're looking at, like, for batch 1, we serviced 25 applicants. Batch 2, there's 33. Batch 3, there's 37 applicants that were assisted. We're now on batch 4 and 5. We're looking at another, maybe another 100 applicants that have qualified and that will be receiving their financial assistance as well. So pretty much with which batch 4 and 5, we're looking at almost 1 million that we will be dispersing soon.
And do you have any idea how much is the average award, if you will?
I know that's a question that's been asked a lot. It really varies. You know, we've got rental assistance that ranges from 2,000 all the way up to 20,000, right? That we've wrote EFTs for. EFTs were made to the landlords. It really varies because, again, rental and their utility bills are slightly different. So initially, though, we were looking at about 2,000 per person, but it really does vary.
Are there any people kind of ask about not getting the checks themselves because they go to the landlords, right?
Yeah, it's EFT to the landlords and also to the utility agencies. They ask, but it's you know, we just let them know that that's the rules and that's what we're following. With the guidelines does say that we have to for this particular award, it goes straight to the landlords and to the utility agencies.
Do you anticipate as we get closer to June, and GPA and Guam Waterworks have said that they're going to start disconnecting customers in June, do you anticipate maybe an influx in applications for the utilities assistance? We are always in communication with the utility agencies. We have a really good relationship with them. In fact, we had a meeting with them last week, and they were advising us and letting them know what their plans were and what, and how the ERA program would augment that and support that. We were able to provide them a listing of about 500 names of applicants that already are in phase 2 of the first cycle. Because we've already received their release forms to the utility agencies, we are allowed to give them their names. So, like, for example, GPA, I know that, again, they are scheduling for disconnections in June. So they already have a listing. They'll take a look at who has pre-qualified under our program, and then hopefully on their end do what they need to do. But as far as the other individuals, hopefully those who were disqualified with the program, again, that's something that they will have to work with the agencies, with the utility agencies. So when people apply, Bernie, and you guys, do your checking, and you get them on the phone sometimes?
With the applicants? Oh, we do every which way that we can. I mean, certainly we have 2 email addresses that they've been sending all their questions and information and supporting documents. And that has been flooded with a lot of emails. But we also do make phone calls, and certainly right now we've only have 2 lines that was in our office lines for the public to call us in, but we do make phone calls to the applicants. For those who are disqualified, if we can't reach them via email, we do make the phone calls. Also, we make phone calls to kind of, just kind of get information to maybe to change the disposition of an application, whether or not if we disqualify them, we can go ahead and qualify them if we get some further information from them.
What do they say when your people get them on the phone? What's the tone? Is there desperation out there, Bernie?
Certainly there is, and we understand, we recognize that, and our team, our ERA team, and also the accounting staff, and we recognize certainly there is a need, and so we will do any which way we can to notify them or try to assist them. If an individual that we find that is disqualified, we want them to reach out to us, and during the disqualification letters, it will say exactly what criteria they didn't meet. So if they call us or they have a 20-day appeal process as well. And then if they can let us know, hey, look, you disqualify me based on I didn't meet the homelessness or I'm not affected by COVID, but if their current situation now is, then certainly we can reverse that. But yes, we do recognize that that there is a need, and then the individuals out there are really seeking for assistance, and that's really what the program is for, and we're here to help them.
Right on, Bernie. So application period still open. How do people get a hold of you guys?
So we're on like I said, we are now on cycle 2. The cycle 2 period started from May 3rd. We're going to keep it all the way running until June 4th, and then hopefully we'll do aggressive. We're trying to do more aggressive media campaigns to let the individuals, because we've only received 100 so far for cycle 2. But again, for the public to, if you are needing the assistance and you feel that you meet the 3 qualifications or 3 criteria, certainly come on in, turn in your application. You can download it down on the DOA website, or pick up a hard copy application at our main office here at ITC, Suite 219, the 2nd floor, or give us a call at 638-4518 or 4519. And just see if you qualify. And then if not, you just turn in the application, and we've got staff that can assist them.
All right, Bernie, thank you for getting up early. Wow.
I know.
You're already at the office. Sorry, huh?
I know. I know when you put 6:45, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, we're here to help.
She's like, oh,
And so
okay.
we want to ensure that the community and the public knows about the program.
Yeah.
And certainly there are funds out there. And if you are experiencing any of the 3 criteria, please apply. We have the staff that's ready and willing to assist however we can.
Thank you, Bernie. Hey, bright side, at least you get to get off early because you started early this morning. You tell Ed
I don't
Byrne.
think that works that way.
You tell him, say, I was on the Lincoln when you were still sleeping.
All right.
Okay, thanks, Bernie.
Okay, thank you. You guys have a good morning.